to my channel. My name is Tega. If this is the first time you're joining me on this channel, thank you so much for watching today. I hope you stay. If this is not your first time, thank you so much for coming back. You're the real MVP. If you haven't subscribed, please don't forget to do that right now. I'll wait. All right, now that you have subscribed, let's go into the video. I want to talk about finding a job in the UK, mostly how I've been going about it. So yeah, I have been very intensive in that area. So I guess I have quite a bit to say about that. Although I have only been using one app, but it's proven to be quite effective. So I'm just going to give you a breakdown on that. Also, I'm going to tell you briefly about getting online gigs as well. Yeah, so let's go right into the video. Yes, so I've got kind of like a guide. It's not a list, but it's a guide. So if you see me looking down, I'm looking at something. So we're going to talk about both working part-time within 20-hour limit, and also if you've got your post-study visa and you're looking for a full-time job. You can use the same app to do both. I don't know of any other apps because this one has been very effective for me. So that's what I'm going to tell you about. Yeah, and I'm also going to talk about some apps to get online gigs. Yeah, so should I start with the online or should I start with the physical ones? Let me go with the physical ones first. So when I first got into the UK, I downloaded Indeed app, but the first thing I did was to work on my CV. I had just come in from Nigeria, so I was watching a lot of YouTube videos on getting a job, researching a lot of blogs and everything. How do I get a job in the UK? How do I apply? And I consistently kept seeing job boards, and it looked to me like Indeed was popping up a lot. Yeah. So I went on Indeed, and then they had a portal for me to upload my CV. So I had to go get my Niger CV, rework it to fit the UK standard. And then after I had done that, I uploaded the CV. I put in when I would be my availability for work. I put in, the thing with Indeed is that you can put in if you're looking for part-time, you're looking for temporary work, you're looking for full-time, etc. Yeah, you can also put in the job descriptions that you want. Like what I used to do is I set up a job alert to send me marketing jobs. Yeah, and then I set up a job alert to send me specifically digital marketing jobs. Yeah, then I set up something to send me sales jobs. Then I set up something to send me brand manager jobs, because I kind of put things around what my experience and qualifications are, you know. So if you know what you're looking for, you put it in the keywords and it can send you alerts. When you set up the alerts, it will be sending you daily alerts, which can be too much for your email. So you can go into your Indeed account, reset it, and put it up to send you weekly alerts, which is what I do. So yeah, I have got 1, 2, 5 interview invitations from Indeed. I've got 5 interview invitations from Indeed for actual jobs for my qualification. I have gotten through second stage for 3, and I have gotten to final stage for 1. I didn't get anyone because those were full-time jobs. I shouldn't have applied for full-time jobs in the first place. So what I was doing was, I'm the kind of person who, you know, our type of people. I know they said full-time, but it's 20 hours I have. I'm applying, I'm qualified. When I get there, I'll tell them it's 20 hours I can work. It doesn't always work out because the employers know what they're looking for. If they say they're looking for full-time and they're looking for full-time, you don't get there and say, yeah, I fit all these specifications and requirements. I can do all of these things, but I'm on a student visa for now, so I can only work 20 hours. But just wait, when I graduate in September, I'll now apply for a 2-year post-study visa, and then I can be working for you full-time. But the thing is, I used to say this in Nigeria. One reason I do interviews so much, not necessarily because they have to give me the job or I have to get the job, but because I'm honing my skills. I feel like when I do something often, because I have done all those interviews, I kind of I'm better at interviews here, which I had never done before. So I know what to expect. I know what they ask me. I know what to say. And I've worked on my confidence. I'm like, if they ask me a question, nobody's going to beat me. Do you understand? So it's just about knowing your thing. I know what I'm good at. I know what I can do. So when I go in these interviews, I'm telling them what I'm bringing to the table, what I'm going to offer, what I'm good at, what I'm not good at, what I'm willing to learn, what I've been doing to better myself. I show them what I've done before, track record and stuff. So you every interview is not just because I must get that job. That's how I see it. I apply for several just to get the hang of it. So I feel like if you're just coming into Nigeria for the first time, you've never applied for a job here, it's not a bad thing to do several interviews, work on your CV, make it good enough for you to get a call. Because if your CV isn't good enough for you to get called, you can't practice interviews and stuff. In my opinion, I'm not wasting the interviewer's time, because if he thinks I'm good enough to take me, then he can take me on for the 20 hours, or she can take me on for the 20 hours. But if I finish showing you that I'm good at this thing, but you still insist that you want a full-time person, that's not my fault. I've just gotten better at doing this, so yeah, practice makes perfect in everything. Even doctors, surgeons, practice makes perfect. So you got to practice something for you to get good at it. So yeah, that's that for applying on Indeed, putting in your CV. It also, when did I become Yoruba? It also has space for you to put your cover letter. See, my computer's going off. It has space for you to put your cover letter, so you can put the cover letter there, a template, and then for every job you want to apply to, you put in your CV and then you put in the cover letter template if you want. Because I remember one time they called me, or they reached out to me for an interview and they asked me for something, and I'm like, I put it in my cover letter. The lady told me that when I apply on Indeed, I shouldn't put my cover letter in the Indeed platform. I should attach it as an additional document. Yes, attach it. So that's a good point for you to try, because I do that now. So I attach my cover letter as an additional document if cover letter is requested. Yeah, so I felt that time, for someone to call me to ask me for additional documents, it means they already saw my CV, they think it's good enough to get a call back, so you get to do that first thing, because if nobody calls you back, then you don't even get a chance at the job in the first place. And also, I've gotten so many, if you know how many jobs, I told you I've got like 5 interviews or so. So if you, between last September and now, if you know how many jobs I've applied to that I've gotten, I'm sorry, for now you don't need that, because some of them I put it there that I've got 20 hours, because some will ask, what's your visa eligibility, whatever. Some will ask, how many hours are you entitled to work. Some will ask, so they will tell you, we can't accept. Don't be afraid of rejection. If you are the kind of person who feels sad every time they say, oh no, you're not qualified for this job at this moment, oh no, and then you say, oh, like 100 companies have rejected me, so I'm not applying again, or is your case, you better keep applying until you get that one that will choose you. That's all I have to say. Like when I started doing these online gigs, internet gigs, okay, I'm done with Indeed, so I might as well move on. So the online gigs, I have a profile on Upwork, I have a profile on Fiverr, I have a profile on People Per Hour. I got 3 months free on People Per Hour to apply for gigs and stuff. So I put up my profile. I'm a marketing expert. I've worked here and here. I've got these years of experience. These are the things I've done and stuff. This is what I can do for you. I'm a brand strategist. I can create your marketing, blah, 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 blah. I put on my gigs. And then I started applying for, you can bid for jobs. I started bidding for jobs. The 3 months they gave me free expired. I didn't get 1 gig. I didn't get 1 gig. If I was one of those people that, oh, this thing is not working for me, I'm not doing it again, that would have been it. But no, if in 3 months nobody agreed to give me work, they don't flog somebody for applying. If you post project and I apply for the project, they don't flog anybody. Do you understand? And after the 3 months expired, I tried to apply again for another gig. It wasn't going, so I had to contact them that, oh, I just tried to apply. Hey, English teacher. I just tried to apply, but it seems like my application is not going through. That's when they told me that my free credit has expired. So blah, blah. So I told them that the 3 months I didn't use it, I didn't get anything, and I didn't know that I had a limit. To be honest, I didn't know I had a limit for the free one. So they said, okay, I think I'm just a lucky person. They said what they will do is they will give me the 3 months again, since I wasn't aware and I didn't use it. And within the 3 months, they gave me a target for how much I have to make. It doesn't matter whether it's from 1 gig or from 10 gigs or whatever, on how much I have to make within that 3 months, or they will suspend the account again. It was in that second phase that I got gig, that I started getting proposals sent to my DMs, offers and all of that. That second, imagine that 3 months I just said, you know what, it's not working for me, and that's that. So bottom line is, while you're doing your 20 hours, you can do online gigs. The good thing about these online gigs is you decide the hours you want to, then you can decide to work maybe, I don't know, 10-15 hours offline, and then you can do a job that someone will do in, I've seen some people's gigs now, they'll post something and say, oh, they can deliver this in 1 day, or in 5 hours, or in 6 hours. I can do all those jobs in 1 hour. Do you understand? It's just I push myself more. I task myself more, because I have a plan, because I have, and me, if I sit down doing something, I give it that focus and time. I can stay in one place from morning till evening just because I want to finish something. So that's the kind of person I am. So it makes it easier for me. Even though you only have 20 hours to work offline, you can work as many hours as you like online, because it doesn't eat into your school work, it doesn't eat into your personal time as much. If I'm on night shifts, I take my computer with me. When I get a break, I start to use that time to do the work, instead of sitting down and looking around or looking for a way to fall asleep. I get into, you know, the work, and then I use my daytime to do my school work. So it depends on how you plan yourself. So there is Upwork, there is Fiverr, there's People Per Hour. I know those ones I can recommend, I can guarantee. I don't know any other one that whether they will pay you your money or not, but these ones I know, and they've got good legit gigs. They have, and then you have to find a way to file your tax, because it's like self-employment on here. You have to find way to file, because everything in the UK is taxed, so you have to figure out a way to file your taxes when you decide to start withdrawing money out of those platforms. So I've talked about Indeed, I've talked about online gigs. These online gigs are really good. They're really good. If you know there's anything that you can do that you can sell virtually online, if you can write, if you can sing, if you can print stuff, if you can, some people want you to film their YouTube videos for them, like I'm doing now. Do you understand? Some people want you to do develop websites. There's so much for you to do. Just check there, put in what you're good at, and there's so much. The possibilities are endless that you can do. And then finally, for me, I think the most important thing, your LinkedIn profile. The biggest offer I have got since I got here was from LinkedIn. LinkedIn is here, it's very functional. I don't know about Niger, but even Niger, I got an offer on LinkedIn one time, like in 2015 or 2016. So LinkedIn has been cool since. But here it's even more, because recruiters reach out to you from your profile. So what you do is you update your LinkedIn profile so it looks like a mini CV sort of. You highlight what your qualifications, your education, what you're good at and stuff. You just highlight those things, and then you put in your profile, you click it as open to work. So it should show your profile, all those details to recruiters. Do you get? So recruiters that are looking for people that do that stuff, they can find your profile on LinkedIn and they reach out to you. That is the easiest way, because you know that these people have already seen that you look like what they need. So it's not like you're trying to apply for a job in one place that out of 5 million people, you don't know if they will pick your CV. These people have reached out to you on their own. I have a contact that immediately I'm done with school, I'm going to call her back. That's what she told me to. And she pairs or matches people with different jobs in real estate here. So she only handles real estate firms. So she has a lot of real estate firms she's working for. I've checked up on her like 2 or 3 times. When I wanted to do my internship, what do you call it? Is it internship? No, apprenticeship, whatever, work experience. I reached out to her. She tried to help me find a place to pair me with and stuff. So immediately I'm done with school, I'll reach out to her again, because she reached out to me in the first place with an offer, told me about it and everything, but I told her I couldn't work full time, blah blah blah, all of that. Yeah, so she's open. I've got like 3 people like that in my contacts on LinkedIn that reached out to me, but that woman is the most promising because I've checked her profile, I've checked her history and everything. She has connect. So by the grace of Almighty, I'm hoping, I'm praying that when I finish and I'm ready, because I don't think I'm going to jump in immediately, but I'm going to start applying ASAP. But immediately I graduate like this, I'm going to look at my LinkedIn profile again, remove pending, whatever, and put masters, everything. Just be ready and then contact that lady. So bottom line is, work on your Indeed profile. A recruiter has reached out to me on Indeed before. I forgot. I just remembered. But by that time, when I was looking for something to do in Cambridge, that was when I moved from my former house to this place. That's when they reached out to me. So I contacted them back and I told them that, CEO, I'm not available. I've already moved away. You understand? So I can no longer. But I answered just to make it clear that I'm still in the market. I'm still looking for work. This is where I moved to. So in case you have anybody that wants to give me a job in this area, don't forget me. But then apparently they still reach out on Indeed as well. But that only happened once. But when it comes to LinkedIn, just make sure your profile is good. I don't interact much on LinkedIn, but I've heard that a lot of interaction can help you, put you out there. But my problem with interaction is that I have short patience for nonsense. So sometimes I see some people's comment that just look so obvious that you just said this nonsense because you won't let them see your name. Do you understand? And all those, I feel like I'd rather not see anything on those professional sites except I have something related to work. Although they're spoiling LinkedIn now, but I feel like LinkedIn is professional, so I like to just keep it professional, so I don't interact much except I have something that's in the line of what I know, my work or something, then I could just, which I rarely do anyway. And also talking about the kind of, I've talked about professional jobs and what you can do, blah, 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 but I haven't really talked much about the 20-hour jobs. So for the 20-hour jobs, there's a lot of work in care, right? Which is what, when I first came in, my friend told me when you come in, apply for a factory job, it's easiest to get and blah, blah. So when I first came in, I was working in the factory. The factory jobs, I was working in a chocolate factory. So what I would do is when orders come in, they put them in the boxes and then I'll scan the box, put the shipping label on, put it on the conveyor belt and it will go to, so I will scan. Before I got to scanning, I started with picking up the boxes. So you pick up the boxes on the trolley, you move them to the desks, and then people scan it. So I first started with the picking. They call them picking and packing or something like that. So I would pick them, take them to the box. So after some time doing picking, I was moved to scanning, and then I started scanning. So I was in scanning, like you will scan an item, put the shipping label, make sure it's getting shipped to the correct person, put it on the conveyor belt, and it goes. So that's what I was doing before I found care, and I started doing care because my older sister's son has cerebral palsy. So I kind of like, I don't know, I kind of feel very, it's kind of personal for me when people are like helpless and they really can't do much for themselves and they have no choice in the matter. But when I started care, I realized that I didn't like working with old people. No, I just felt very bad. Like I took it too personally. Like I will soon start crying, when I see them so helpless and stuff. So I stopped working in homes because I get too sensitive about working with older people. So I started doing supported living. So people like my sister's son, like cerebral palsy, oh, there's this, why am I forgetting it? I will write it on the screen when I remember. So people with learning difficulties, younger people, those are the people I feel more comfortable supporting. So that's what I've been doing for a while. And I feel like there's a time I got a cleaning job. I think that one is just for another day. I got a cleaning job. I didn't last one day in the job. I ran away during COVID. I would just see people, but the truth is, since I've come here, I've changed jobs and agencies so often. Even in Nigeria, that's what I used to do. I feel like I'm a very experimental person. I don't know how to put it, but I kind of like to move, I move, whether I like to or not, but I kind of just adapt to how things are going and I just follow. If what I want to do works for me and it's cool with me and everything, I go ahead and do it. What anybody wants to think or anybody wants, the thing they're thinking doesn't pay my bills, you know. So some people don't like it. I have a friend that says she can't do care. No, I beg, she cannot do care. Of course, there in this country you have different options. You don't have to. Do you understand? But at first, my friends were saying, Tega, you can't do this work. Tega, you can't do this work. But at the end of the day, that's what I've done for longer. And I didn't have much of a problem with it until I changed agencies. So when I changed agencies, I wasn't getting the kind of shifts I used to get at my former agency. I didn't have the same connection. I don't know if it's because I was already connected with my clients back where I was working. So I had this relation, I was used to them. So when I came to this new place, it's like, I don't really get, because I'm working nights. So I don't really get to meet anyone or connect with these people. It's just when they are asleep. It was more like I was cleaning. I would just go there, clean up and leave in the morning. It felt more like cleaning. So I stopped. So I'm fine either way. So right now I'm trying to see if I can actually get 20-hour part-time shifts, professional jobs, what I'm qualified for. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. So yeah, so if you come here for your 20-hour week, and because of COVID and stuff, most offices are not open. So just open your mind, especially if you're coming now, this session and stuff, before everything settles from COVID. Keep an open mind. You can get factory jobs, you can get care work, you can get receptionists. There's so much I have to tell you guys. You can get receptionist jobs, you can get, and you know, any job you're doing, it's about your mindset. It's about your mind at the end of the day. That's how I see it. Like, I used to feel like I can do anything, I can do any job. Like, I don't send anybody. As far as I'm comfortable and my bills are paid, I don't have to, I want to, you know, then I'm cool. I can do any job. That's what I used to say. But after that cleaning incident, I now know that it's not true. But in life, until something happens to you face to face, you never know how you react to it. All right, guys, I've talked for too long. I hope that helped. As usual, if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section or send me a DM on Instagram. Thank you so much for watching today. I will see you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe, please. Thank you. Bye.